Comes to you from Owensburg, Pennsylvania on the KTM on the number 85. Bucky Carvasic on the 88. Owen Malone, 91. Gavin McCoy, 92. And Wyatt Patak is the final rider out there on the number 94 machine. Who got the whole shot? Woo! Barely got that one in, boys. Cobra rider in the mix of it. It's a 31. Who is that? That is Austin Keller out of Orlando, Florida. He got the fast pass in Disney World, and no, it's Jaden Smart is who they credit with, though.
Yeah, Smart had a good line to the inside, but I have no idea.
It is the 81. It is the 81 now of Tace Morgan out of Utah. So we've already had 19 lead changes. Getting wild, getting a little woolly here.
So far, we've got save of the day right now.
Wow, rider going down on the 8th commandment.
Wow, another one came clear off the track. Wow, where did he come from, Connor? Did you see where he even come from? Holy cow, he come from behind that tough block. What I saw. Wow, this one's hot and heavy early in this one.
Though, is credited with the whole shot. I don't even know what's going on out front because we've had 9 different leaders. Is that the number 53 now leading? And that would be Elliott Bosher out of Oregon.
All right, while these guys sort themselves out, we've got the second member of our Loretta Lynn's Apprentice MX Next team right here, Connor Troyer. Connor, you've been up here for a couple motos now. You've been watching some of the chaos. It's a totally different perspective, I'm sure. Normally looking at it from the infield, maybe across the handlebars, a totally different view. What's it feel like being up here in the tower and watching this thing come together?
Oh man, it's the real deal being up here, seeing how this all goes together. It's definitely a different perspective on things, and I've done some announcing at fair races, but this is a whole nother level up here. So.
Well, you look like you're pretty comfortable. You've made some great observations out there. What have you picked up on a little bit of monitor use maybe and that type of thing to add to your repertoire to improve your skill levels a bit?
Absolutely. The screen up here is super helpful. 1, with the live moto. We usually have it on the leader where the battle's at. And then 2, watching the lap times. That's super helpful and something to definitely note while they're out there.
Yeah, the lap times, as you mentioned, that's critical. And you hear us harping on the lap times. It lets you know gap. It lets you know time gone by. It lets you know what's capable of how many laps are gone, how many positions need to be picked up. So interesting observations. Over the next couple days, you're going to sit back in this. We're going to pick up the duties a little bit. And later in the week, probably going to give you an opportunity to call some racing. How about it?
Absolutely. I'm excited for it.
Awesome. Connor Troyer, appreciate you. Great job, bro. Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow, man. Definitely.
All right, Tace Morgan out front on the number 81 out of Utah. Let's see if he can hold on to this thing. Not many guys have been able to lead this thing wire to wire. He's got the Oregon native, Elliott Bosher, in the number 2 spot. Good. That's a great picture. Woo! All right. So Tace Morgan still holding on. The number 53 of Bosher. Second, Braden Comerford is third. There's the number 70 of Jackson Michael Vick. And the number 19 is Gage Brown. Wow, up into the top 5. He's made some passes here, folks. So the number 19 is on the move. I believe he's inside the top 5. That's Gage Brown on that Cobra. So keep an eye on him. He's coming. The bright yellow machine. It's easy to pick him up. He was 8th last time around, but he's on the hunt, boys.
Charging those braking bumps. I mean, shoving that little machine in there. And I got to tell you, not letting off the throttle once. And look at this. Getting aggressive. 70. Getting aggressive to that inside, Kevin Kelly.
Yeah, he's got Jackson Vick just in front of him. We'll pick up our leaders as they go into the last turn. And it's Tace Morgan for the moment. Bosher is second on the 53 machine. No, we flipped. Yeah, it is Tace Morgan. Excuse me, on the 81. Whoa, second place rider goes for the triple after the finish line. Elliott Bosher had that bike 12 o'clock in the air and was barely able to hold on to it. And the number 19 of Gage Brown goes for it as well. That's a high risk reward move. There's the
Look at this
battle for the lead there, the 53. Can he make the pass? Bosher is on the hunt now.
Hey, I've been waiting to call this my whole life. We got gas. Two gas bikes battling side by side.
There's so many
Morgan and Bowser.
Gas. All right, so on the inside, the 53 of Bosher putting the pressure. Wow. Not able to double, has to roll in, then he starts doubling out. Now 81 can sense he's got to get over to the right and shut that door. Put the deadbolt in there, Megawatt.
Well, I can't believe what I'm watching right here. I got to tell you, Bowser, again, he's just trying to throw everything at him he can. You see, still going a little wider, not following, trying to stay out of that roost. Knows that he doesn't have quite the pace that Morgan has right now. Once he clears him, that may change. But I got to tell you, Bowser has his hands full right now. Morgan making very few mistakes.
That might have been the 50 of Maddox Timmerman going down just behind these guys. He was definitely on the charge.
Yeah, he tucked the front in one of those ruts. So he'll be up pretty quick, but early in the race probably loses 3-4 spots.
Is that Bigfoot footage here we're watching?
Yeah.
The Zapruder film here as we go to the Zapruder film here, some of this race here. Back and to the left. If you watch his head, it goes back and to the left. Hey, I knew you'd get it. You're a Texas guy. You're a Texas guy.
Yeah,
a little JFK reference there.
Yep.
Well, the magic bullet here making the pass.
Ehab like that one here in the tower.
Tace Morgan, though, is your leader.
That was a good battle for a moment, but he's managed to shed the pressure at least for about half of a lap. But you have the feeling it's going to come right back to him. Bowser in second, getting close again.
There's a mom out here that's super pumped on this race right now.
Exactly.
Or she's on fire. One of the two. So we might want to have EMS crews look at that lady there. She is fired up. There's the 55, though. Now Ryder DeRigo under the attack of the 4 of Braden Comfort. In fact, DeRigo's on the hunt for Comfort. That is for third. So Timmerman slips back a spot or two now. The leaderboard should change a bit. There's the 50 of Timmerman just behind those kids.
But look at Morgan and Bowser again. Here we go. Reset it again. That's DeRigo right there we're looking at. Yeah, there he comes.
The 55 and the 4 DeRigo has gotten around Braden Comerford.
It looks very similar to the 2 gas up front, the gap. You know, those guys are riding just as close as 1 and 2. Yeah.
Timmy Ferry always in the way here, blocking my view here. I can't get around the guy just like that 92 Supercross Championship he won. Just right in the way here, just enough to get the win. All right, Comerford going back at the number 55 of DeRigo as they get into the 10 Commandments. And there is the 50 of Timmerman coming into play.
Wow, pulled that thing back in. That thing got sideways, took a bad hop right there, and never let the throttle off.
It's kind of unusual to see these little 65s dancing on those deep ruts. They typically say, I'm not going to go out there and mess around with that. But look at the kid. The number 4 of Comerford is just playing in the deep sand. He's from Florida. He has no problem with that.
Listen, these kids are riding the edge right now. They're tempting fate. Got to keep those feet on the pegs. Got to stay out of that deep stuff, and they're going right for it in order to make the pass.
And here, that is the number 50 of Timmerman. It's going to be 3 wide. Timmerman's going to get Comerford. And Timmerman now goes from 5th, and I believe he's going to make the pass on DeRigo. He's right there. Timmerman has no problem with the ruts. Look at that. You don't see that very often. Everybody else says, I'm not messing with those ruts. So DeRigo now going to have to fight off Timmerman as he gets around Comerford. Right in the sand. He's got his flip-flops on, those new Alpine Star flip-flops. He's from Florida. No problem there. No toe protection either. Those are still toe flip-flops, though. So they are doable here on the race bike. Nothing. You got nothing for me, Megawatt. I'm sending this stuff out there.
I'm just waiting for the next one. I mean, you're on such a roll right now.
No, I know. I just react. Give me something. I don't even know how to reset this, Phil. They've changed positions so many times, and this lady's on fire again.
Yeah, somebody lit her again.
The race comes to us here.
Her back up.
She's coming. This lady is hyped up. Now she's hanging over the fence. She's going to need Tommy John surgery after the cheering there for Ryder DeRigo. She is hyped up. Tace Morgan, Elliott Bosher now your leader. Tace Morgan second, DeRigo, Comerford. That's all changed. Forget that.
Look at this battle.
I can't even keep up. Look at this nonsense.
Unbelievable. We got identical gear, too, making it a little bit tougher.
Oh, that's awesome. They're going to
really... Cobra rider, Gage Brown, trying to make moves.
He's on a yellow bike, though. That helps.
That does help. Thank you for riding a different color bike.
That's Comerford. And then
look at that slingshot pass. Comerford made it happen around the outside.
Wow, that was commitment right there.
Gage Brown made the move.
Yeah, Gage Brown. And that was commitment. He had that set up in his head. He knew he was going to go for it, get it or not. you know.
Yeah, he came out of the turn wide open, and whatever happened after that, oh well.
Let it happen.
See what happens.
So now we're watching Braden Comerford on the 4, under fire from Gage Brown on the 19 as we go to the long short shoot. Dude, I'm telling you what, Gage Brown is on a mission right now. Oh, Comerford almost tucked the front. Gage Brown going to get down to the inside. Here are the 10 Commandments.
Wow, Brown showing the racecraft right now, showing the knowledge beyond his years. The guy under fire, I got to tell you, Comerford needs to pay attention right now. Any mistakes by him, and Brown is going to blow right by. And look at Brown not giving up on those insides. He knows that line is rougher. He knows there's a bump in there. He knows there's a hook in there, but he can't follow right now. Impressive.
Yeah, pulls the boot off the peg. He doesn't care. He makes the pass on Comerford.
There it is.
Kind of, sort of. I don't know. Is it done yet? They've been side by side.
Call it
for
a
half
pass
lap.
right now.
It's good now.
Absolutely.
And Comerford now coming under the attack of another KTM rider. I believe that might be Timmerman on the 50.
Yeah, I believe that's Timmerman now.
Lord, make your mind up. What do you want to finish? Third, second, first? Help us out here.
Brown
Be a flip-flopper.
Brown
Stick
doing
with
a
the position.
fantastic job, though, for two laps. He was committed to making that happen.
That flyer
had one
not
or two
impressed
spots.
with it either.
Yeah,
He was
had
not
one
impressed.
or two spots. He was going to keep going for it. And sure enough, as you can see, once he did clear him, able to pick up some distance and make a little gap between them.
All right, who is that young man behind him? So there's Brown. Who knows? There's a pass. Comerford got past too.
That might be Maddox Temmerman.
Yep.
I see the red gas cap. So I think that's who went down, had the tip over.
He's coming
and
back.
he's working his way back forward. This is a battle now for the number 5 spot.
Gonna need a fire extinguisher on the fence line here for that lady. She is hyped up on those kids. Here they come. Brown, Timmerman, and Comerford now. The 19 Cobra of Gage Brown jumping that triple. Wow, nobody doing that one. Just a couple kids doing that.
Coming up on 8 minutes. 8 minutes left in this one. 5 laps in the books. And right now, Boucher out front.
That's about the attention span of these kids anyway, so they know they've timed these laps down.
Yep. Bowser out front, very much uncontested for last half of this one so far. But I got to tell you, so impressed with Brown on that number
Look at that
19
lap time,
machine.
though. Tace Morgan was 4 seconds quicker that time around.
Look at this battle. Ryder DeRigo on the 55.
Whoa, what a
How did he
save.
hold on to that one? Made the move and then almost swapped and threw it away. DeRigo, that is 3rd place right now.
What a save. Lap traffic now.
Again, just grabbed a handle, never shut it off.
Yeah,
When it started to swap, you never saw his arm move.
Grip it and rip it.
He
Grip
did.
it with your knees and rip it.
Your little baby knees.
He did.
There is Brown. He is now under the attack of Timmerman again. So he was the hunter. Now he's the hunted. Inside, outside. There's DeRigo. There's Brown. And there's Timmerman in that order.
Elliott Boucher, long gone now, out front. Got a 3.5-second lead over Tace Morgan. So we follow these battles. Ryder DeRigo, 3rd. Gage Brown on the number 19. There on the Cobra. He is 4th. And Maddox Temmerman is top 5.
I got to tell you, it looks like Timmerman doing the work. I mean, Timmerman just throwing everything at him he can, moving the bike side to side, trying to move the bike for better position. But I got to tell you, Brown just solid as can be. Brown just doing work out there.
So there is your leader, pops into view. I believe it's still the 53 of Elliott Bolsher, who's able to clear some of the lap traffic. And now Tace Morgan trying to make his way through. There is the 53 coming around the sweeper. The inside, he just about goes down. He's bouncing through the roller there.
There have been some saves. Yeah,
No
you've been
voice
some
left.
saves in this. When you tuck that front end in this deep stuff, when you're talking about 14-inch wheels, you know, that's a tough go out there, Weege. You got braking bumps twice as big as your wheel.
Yeah, we just had a 40-plus 450 bike, Moto, and now we're out here on 65. So hard to replicate these conditions anywhere else. Obviously, your local track will have big bikes race a Moto before 65s, but the track's not going to get this rough and this rutted. As we watch Tace Morgan here, the number 81. Man, every time you see a rider, you see the back end stepping out, and they do not lift. Boucher, your leader.
That's mental, too. I will promise you that, Weege. You, at a young age, you learn to leave it on. That's a big advantage because the instinct is grab the brake, shut it off. And when you see these top 4 or 5 guys swapping, never letting off, they got an advantage early.
Absolutely. They learned the hard way.
Yep.
Hold that throttle on. I'll tell you what, Morgan is closing the gap on your leader, the 53. Elliott Boucher, he's catching him now. So look at the gap is almost gone now.
One little
Tace Morgan.
65 bike lane. It's tiny.
Yep.
It's right there for the lead late in the moto. Bowsher has to look over his shoulder, and Morgan's right there, Megawatt.
5 minutes left on the clock, Kevin, and like you said, the distance is now next to nothing. Believe we're going to see the 2-lap card as the leaders come around this time. Here they go back through the trees.
It's not 3 seconds like the monitor says. It's 2 bike lengths, so it's about a half a second. Shorten up the racetrack. The 81 is coming. Tace Morgan is taking a shot. He might have done it right there on the inside. He's inside again. Who has control of the inside line? Morgan's going to go for it with a ginormous ruts. Not enough.
Yeah, that ginormous rut is exactly what slowed him down. He didn't have an option though unless he wanted to follow, and just gave up a couple bike lengths right there. But look at this. But, oh my goodness. Well, look at the rear end dancing
he made
around
the
on
pass.
that
That is the
machine.
81 out front.
That's
the 53.
Morgan. Yeah,
The 53 now is second. So Elliott Bosher has dropped back. The 81 now takes over the point. So late moto surge by the 81 of Tace Morgan. Morgan coming around the big sweeper, the number 81 gas machine. The 53 is now in second. So a big change of events here. Gas running 1 and 2. I mean, it's deep into the moto. Here he comes. Can he hold on? The 81 gas of Tace Morgan. 2-lap board is out. So Tace
should be picking up the 2-lap board this time around.
the next go around. Okay, so next lap when the leaders come through, they just passed in front of us. So the time about to expire, 3 minutes or so to go before the 2-lap board comes out. And Tace Morgan now in control. Elliott Bosher is second. Dorigo Timmerman and Gage Brown round out your top 5. 2-lap board is out. So white flag will come out. The white flag will come out.
Right.
Next time around for this young man on the gas, the number 81 of Tace Morgan. It's been a back and forth slugfest with these guys.
Like you said, gut punch, chin punch, jab, uppercut.
3 points, hole-in-ones, field goals, you name it. Any way you can score a
Power
grand
play.
slam. Yes. Whatever sports reference you can identify with. This kid is doing it. Goal from the cheap sheets. Cheap sheets, yes.
Any way you look at it, Kevin, it's been a gas.
Yeah, it's been a
any
gas.
way you look at it.
Hey-o. All right, white flag here in the 65, 7, and 9. Today has been good, man. The racing has been, hey, how you doing? Fantastic. He's coming in. That big head of hair is coming in for you. He's going to stick his head in here and say hello to Megawatt. Tace Morgan's going to say hello to Jason Wygant. All right, so the 53 is going after our leader one more time. The 53 of Bosher has 1 bike length separating himself and Tace Morgan. So it's not done yet. The 81 has serious pressure from Elliott Bosher. Right in front of us, 2 turns to go. So Morgan gonna have to fight him off for 2 more turns. Morgan made the pass last lap, and now Bosher trying to pull off some last lap magic. And here they come for the checker flag, and it's going to be just barely the 81 of Tace Morgan. Barely holds off Elliott Bosher.
Man, I got to tell you, Kevin, there's so much to look back at on this
Yeah,
moto.
it's
Only 2
really hard to
riders
keep-
check in so far.
Here's the battle for the number 3 spot, the final podium spot. And who's it going to be? It's going to be Dorigo barely holding off the number 19. You're right, man. It's hard to even keep up with this.
I got to tell you, when we try to recap this one, that's just going to be a blur.
Race is not over.
4 riders in now. This thing is far. We got another battle coming for this 5th, 6th, and 7th place.
Thought that was a white flag lap. We're going to keep racing. Well, I'm calling the race like it's over, but we got another lap now. I give up. Can't see anything. Your leader's coming through the 10 commandments. The 81 of Tace Morgan. We need a young kid with good eyes to make these calls for us, Ronnie Tomlin. White flag.
I used to be that kid at one time. when Irv Braun and Tim Cotter were in
Go
this
up there.
position.
Yeah. Be the eyes and ears of us here. I think we have a new leader. Good Lord. Elliott Bosher. No, there's the 81. Okay, thank you. Tace Morgan is your leader. This is, in fact, we have confirmed the white flag lap. We are very professional here, Rodney Tomlin. Everybody at home's going, you moron.
It doesn't get any more professional.
My
than
name is Jason Wygant, so I apologize for all the errors in that race call.
Jason, you sound like that Rodney Tomlin guy, too.
Oh, yes, no doubt.
Tomlinson?
Yeah, that Rodney Tomlinson guy.
I ran into him the other day.
How's this last lap battle shaping up?
Well, it's the third last lap of the race.
I got confused here too. We're going 9 laps in
What
on
are we
this one.
doing? But
Yes.
it looks like Tace Morgan has sort of, kind of settled in.
9 laps we're going to do in this one. A little bonus time.
Extra, yeah. We went into extras here, the 12th inning.
Well, I'll tell you, the battle for second still waging on as they went into this final lap. .348 was the difference between Ryder DeRigo in the number 3 spot and Elliott Bosher in the number 2 position. So lap time's actually a little better for Bosher. It looks like he might, if he can push a little better lap time this time around, unless it's over. It is. Bosher gets it. Ryder DeRigo ends up finishing third. There it is. And that changed on me. Either that or my eyes totally jumped lines or something like that. But anyways, Tace Morgan, Elliott Bosher, Ryder DeRigo, 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, let's get you.
And we head down to Jason Wygant, who is ready to celebrate on the podium.
Yep, there it is. Ryder DeRigo's bike pulling in here, the impound area in third. Elliott Bosher, a great ride for second, had the lead for a while. It was really fun to watch this. And by the way, we're going to call this the gas podium. 3 gas to sweep the top 3 spots, led by the gold medalist. Man, and he is tired. I think they had to do an extra lap in that moto the way the flags worked. Let's hear it for our gold medalist, Tace Morgan. Great job, Tace. That was a good battle, man. Are you tired?
Yes.
Did you think you could get it done? You were catching the leader. You get excited when that happens?
Yeah, I was just out of breath at the end.
You still got the win. Can you do it again and get this championship?
Yep.
Who do you want to thank, Tace?
I want to thank my mom, dad, both my sister, my try, fly, Armex, factory connection, throttle therapy, my motor builder, II, Dank Construction, Makani, and everybody else. Thank you so much.
All right, let's hear it for Tace Morgan taking the win. Good job. We're going to look for Elliott Bosher. That'll be second place. Thank you, Tace. Looking for a silver medal here from Elliott. She wants a picture. We'll get you in 1 sec. There you go. Hold up the gold. Be proud of the gold. Hold up the gold. Get a picture of that. That's the big deal right there. And nothing to be ashamed of here. Taking second place, leading some laps. We'll move closer to the center. Let's hear it for Elliott Bosher. Do I have it right? Is it Bosher?
Yeah.
All right. How was that moto? You had the lead, had to deal with pressure. It was a good battle. What was it like?
It was just tough.
This track is tough. Competition's tough, right?
Yeah, it's really deep out there.
Who do you want to thank, Elliott?
I'd like to thank the good Lord Jesus Christ for keeping me safe out there. My mom, my dad, JMC Motorsports, 60 helmets, 100% fly racing, everyone else, thank you.
All right, let's hear it for Elliott Bosher, second place. And he'll be ready for more in Moto number 2. I think Ryder DeRigo was able to sneak in there for third, and we'll bring Ryder on up. Let's bring Ryder DeRigo up. We'll go back to the center. Sight lap underway for our next class. Bronze medal right here. Let's hear it for Ryder DeRigo. That was a crazy moto, man. Tell me about it.
Yeah, I got a pretty good start. I passed a couple people in the first lap. A couple people went down, and then I just rode my race. Gage Brown right on my bug, but I held him off.
Awesome. Who do you want to thank?
I'd like to thank Mom and Dad, Gas, Trolley Designs, FMF, 100%, Alpine Star, Method, Race Wheels,